Hello students, this is your economics teacher Chirayu Bhatt again. I am presenting market equilibrium to you today. I will also teach you how to restore market equilibrium and what happens when government tries to interfere with the market forces. In the previous videos we have seen GDP, concept of GDP, per capita GDP, law of demand, shift in demand curves, law of supply, shift in supply curves, as well as law of diminishing marginal utility. So the concept that we are going to learn today is market equilibrium, as I mentioned to you, and this is a little bit tricky concept, so you will have to pay extra attention if you want to understand market equilibrium thoroughly and nicely. So let's start with what market equilibrium is. First of all, it is the mechanism through which demand as well as supply gets equal at a given price. See, in a market there comes a point when supplied and quantity demanded are equal at a given price. That particular price is equilibrium price, and that particular point is called equilibrium point. Let's try to understand this from this chart here. In this chart we have three columns: price, quantity demanded and quantity supplied. When the price was $20, quantity demanded was 900 units and quantity supplied was 200 units. When the price increased to 300 units, as you know what happens when price increases, quantity demanded reduced to 700 but quantity supplied increased to 300. The price further increased to 60 and quantity demanded further dropped down to 500 and quantity supplied further increased to 500. And when price further increased to 80, quantity demanded further reduced to 250 and quantity supplied further increased to 800. In this chart, at the price of 60, you have quantity demanded 50 and quantity supplied 50 as well. So that's our equilibrium price. That's our equilibrium point. Price 60, quantity demanded 500 units and quantity supplied 500 units as well. So let's come to the diagram here. Price of 60, 500 units, that's the quantity demanded as well as quantity supplied. This is the point where your demand and supply has matched, it is same. So let's try to understand what happens when government tries to manipulate the prices, when government tries to interfere with the market forces. Remember, this price has been fixed, this quantity has been fixed by the market forces automatically. It is a mechanism that works for itself. If you give it a time, it will automatically settle the price as well as the quantity in the market itself. But now government tries to manipulate with the price. This is the price fixed by the market forces, 60. But if government decides that 60 is too high, you can only sell it for 30. Yeah, this is the maximum price that you can charge. So this is called price ceiling. Yeah, this is called price ceiling. So government has tried to manipulate the price. They have fixed the price on behalf of the market forces. They do not want market forces to determine the price. They want this price to go through the market. Okay, so when government has decided $30 price, let's see what happens. At the price of 60, 500 was the quantity demanded as well as quantity supplied. But now government has fixed the price of 30, so the price has come down. Yeah, so quantity supplied will drop down to 300. As you know what happens when price falls down, supply comes down as well. So producers are not willing to supply 500 units anymore. They want to supply only 300 units. Yeah, but since price has dropped down, the demand in the market has increased.